Oh, hi, ladies. Literally just figured out how to mute people. Been sitting here trying to figure that out. I just got it. All right, let me put this down. Okay. I'm so excited to be hosting our first Team Arenda and Faithfully Fit team call. Yay! Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm going to be talking about power hours and what to include in them to be efficient in your business, especially when starting as a newer coach. But first, I wanted to touch on your why and how it's so crucial to have a defined why. And this is going to be kind of changing over the course of your business or throughout your life. I think it's an ever-changing thing. But getting clear on your why is going to really motivate you to do the things that's going to create success in your business. And instead of pushing yourself to do the things that you need to do each day, it's literally going to pull you towards it. And I could do a whole call on finding your why and figuring that out and having a defined vision, but that's for a whole nother time. Just know that I firmly believe that it's so crucial to the success of your business is figuring out what you want out of this and to be deeply rooted in your why. And to give you an example, it's going to be so different for everyone. We're all so different. We're in different stages of life. And not only that, but it's going to be different depending on the type of coach you are, whether you're a discount coach or a hobby coach or a business builder. My why is to help other women feel as passionate as I do about fitness and to know that you can use that passion as a job and love what you do every single day. And that's a big part of mine because I want to be a full-time coach and love what I do. I want to wake up in the morning and just be excited to go to work, And that's always been what has pulled me through those days where it's I don't want to do any reach outs, or maybe I don't feel responding to all the messages, or I don't feel inspired to post. We all have those days. And then I think to myself and I'm but I also really don't want to go to my full-time job because I don't enjoy it. It doesn't excite me like coaching does. It doesn't bring me passion. I don't feel fulfilled. I can't work from home. I also can't work in my yoga pants. So thinking about that, I'm just Kelly, get over it. I'm going to do my reach outs and I'm going to freaking crush them because I want to be full-time. And I could go into so much more detail about my future vision and what drives me, but I will spare you. But it could be just that you want to help other women feel amazing and confident too, or that you want to be able to pay your student loan payment with the funds from Beachbody because maybe that would be life-changing for you, or maybe having a little extra income would be amazing, or maybe you want to be at home more with your kids. It's going to be different for everyone, but I believe that it's so critical to determine what yours is because it's going to help push you through those days, those hard times. But on to power hours. So power hours when starting off, they're going to be a little bit different from 6 months in, a year in, or a couple years in. But it does all start with the basics, and that is the vital behaviors. So when first starting as a coach, it's so important to focus on the basics, and that's just basically following a program, drinking your shake, sharing your journey, basically being a product of the product, which we all should be doing every single day. So I don't include that into my power hour, but it's just something that we should be doing. Reading your personal development or listening to it, inviting friends and family to get started with you. And if you're doing all of those, then you will always have something to post about. And it's important to plan when you're going to fit your power hour into your day, because without planning it, it's more than likely not going to happen because life gets busy. I totally get it. And that's why power pockets work for some people. So that's 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there, or when your kids take a nap, or maybe on your lunch break. It's going to take some time to adjust. No one comes into coaching with endless hours to work on their business. We all have to learn how to manage our time and continue to prioritize and see what fits into our life. So in the beginning, a typical power hour is going to be first and foremost, reaching out to people who have recently liked a picture or started following you or are watching your stories. I would say start with at least 10 a day. Like, that is so simple. And it can be just as easy as, hey, Sarah, thank you so much for the love on my page. I really appreciate the support. Are you into health and fitness too? Or, hey, Sarah, I really appreciate your support on my page. It means a lot to me. Are you from Maryland too? Like, that is so innocent. Like, how can you not, how can you not send that? Like, in the beginning, I was like totally scared just to like send like a little message. But like now I think it's like so much fun because I'm like, are they going to respond to me? Are they not? I don't know. We'll see. And it's like, who cares if they don't respond? There's other people out there, you know? And guess what? Reach out to them in another month and guaranteed they will respond. Or maybe a year later, they're going to actually reach out to you. You'll find that that happens. You just have to be consistent. Or you can honestly say something completely off the wall and ask them about a shirt that they're wearing in like one of their pictures, or like that you notice a necklace and you love it and want to know where you got it, where they got it from. Like, just something as easy as that. Just make sure it's like a question and that you're being super genuine about it. The next thing, oftentimes I hear people say, well, I don't have many followers yet, or the only people that follow me are coaches or people already doing Beachbody. And it's a common issue for all of us. And just know, as you grow, so does the number of coaches and challengers following you. So we have to all overcome that, right? So to bring new followers to your page, that's where the 5-3-1 rule comes in. And this is where you go to a brand's page that you like some sort of brand, like maybe Nike or any brand that like doesn't have to be clothing, just like some sort of brand that you like are into, you know. You would go to their Instagram page, you would look at who's following them, or look at like a recent post that they did and see who has liked it. And then you would click on someone's profile, and the 5-3-1 rule is you like 5 pictures, you comment on 3 of them, and then you follow them. And the theory behind it is that that's enough engagement to bring them back to your page and potentially follow you. And if they do, then I would reach out in a day or two and like send one of those messages. Or if they comment back, then I would, like if they comment back onto something that you said, I would then message them and kind of continue the conversation that way, or even ask another question about something. And it's just a great way to bring new followers to your page that wouldn't have normally seen it. So maybe do that to about like 5 people a day. Like, that's super easy. And make sure you write down the names that you did like the 5-3-1 rule to. That way you can check back to see if they're following you. The next thing that I used to always do in my power hour is create content. So in the beginning, I don't really do this anymore, but in the beginning, I knew I would not be able to post at work because many of us are obviously working a full-time job. So I knew I wouldn't be able to kind of create posts or any content at work. So I would at least make like 2 posts a day. So I would, in the morning, because that's when I did my power hour, I would look at previous pictures I've taken, or take pictures that morning, or even like look at stock photos or professional pictures, and kind of create at least 2 posts for the day, so that if I was like scrambling for time or I didn't know what to post, I knew I had those posts. So I highly advise stock photos. So on weekends, grab a couple shirts, go outside, get a friend, a boyfriend, a mom, like anyone to take your picture. And then you have those to post throughout the week when you're on a crunch or have nothing to post. And definitely make sure you're always editing your pictures. So I love Snapseed. That is my jam. I can't stray away. I know a lot of coaches swear by PicTapGo. I have that app too. I just can't use it because I'm like so totally addicted to Snapseed that I can't do it. And then there's so many other apps out there too that like whatever, you just need to find your app and like use that to edit your pictures and just make them always look bright and pretty and colorful and go from there. And then professional pictures I think are so important. No matter how long you've been a coach, I did them my first month of coaching. I hadn't even ever done like a power hour or even invited anyone in my first month, but I did post every single day. I've been consistent in that. And I do think that professional pictures, I think they are so crucial to your business, and I feel like you need to do them as soon as you can because it really gives your page a more professional look. And so I feel like, honestly, all you have to do is look for like a local photographer or someone that needs to add to their portfolio, and they won't even be, they won't be that expensive. And make sure you go to like a pretty place and just bring a couple outfits, maybe bring, you know, a couple gym outfits, a couple Boss Babe outfits, and then you have all of these pictures to use for any time that you're in a crunch. And it honestly makes your page just look so much more kind of, I don't know, top notch, I guess. And it makes, I just feel like it's great for any time, no matter what season you are in your business. It's kind of like the perfect thing. I just feel like you need to do it. Like whether you're a new coach or whether you've been a coach for 6 months or for a year, like at any point, it's going to help your business. I can guarantee you that. So then you have to think of your captions and think of how you can add value to your followers' day. So like maybe a recipe or a fitness tip or a grocery store tips or meal prepping or anything about coaching or motivational, or maybe think of a positive quote and tie it into your life, or say how it's helped you in some way, or tell about an upcoming group, or maybe say something about you that's like super relatable. If you've ever completed Coach Prep School, then you know that you should have 5 things that represent you, like your brand. So you could always post about one of those. And sometimes if I have a caption idea, I'll just quickly go to the notes section of my phone. I'll type in a couple words about that caption idea that I had, and then I'll go back later and write out the caption when I do have more time, because like I don't want to lose that like thought, because if I don't write it down, it's gone. Another thing for your power hours is obviously reply to any prior conversations, and maybe if it's the right time, then I would definitely invite them to one of your groups. And so key to track your invites. And I would say start with at least 3 a day. Like and obviously if you're a business builder, I would definitely advise that you up that number. I use a journal to track mine, literally nothing fancy. I write down the Instagram name, I write down the date that I sent it, and I write whether it was for the coaching opportunity or to one of my challenge groups. And then I'm easily able to follow up each month to all of the no's. And I love no's, because then I'm like, okay, great. I know you're going to join me next month or the next month. Like, why not? Like, learn to love the no's. Like, once you realize what we have to offer is like truly life-changing and can impact so many people's lives, it's not salesy. And I have never felt salesy one bit. And you can literally change that person's life, and you don't know, like it could be the exact time that they need to hear that. And who are you to hold that opportunity from them? The next thing is check in with your current boot camps and accountability groups. That should always be a part of your power hour, because those people, a part of those groups, should be one of your main priorities. Make sure you're always interacting in those groups, especially if you have challengers in there. Always be engaging and posting your own sweaty selfie, because how can you expect to have your ladies, like your challengers, post their own sweaty selfie if you're not doing it yourself? I like to run these groups with at least 6 other coaches. That way we all are in charge of a day. And then there's a lot more engagement since we're all posting. It just becomes a more fun and interactive experience for everyone. The other thing I always did in the beginning is watch trainings. And these are not a part of my power hour anymore, but I am constantly catching up on trainings or searching for new ones or rewatching older ones. I always make sure I'm watching trainings or listening to them and growing. In the beginning, I would literally YouTube like how to invite to a challenge group, because that is where I struggled the most. And I would kind of listen. I listened to several different videos. I would nonstop YouTube this. I would take notes. I would write down the coaches' examples, like what they said in their video. I would change it up, and then I would fit it to the conversations that I was having. And that's how my invites have evolved over time. And just think about something that you're struggling with and then YouTube it. So it could be like watching trainings on running amazing challenge groups, or Instagram tips, or Insta story tips. Like Jatana Jackson, definitely go to her YouTube video if you're struggling with that. Or even like what to post on Instagram. I think Chelsea Pearson even did a video on that, which was awesome. There's endless things to search. And not only YouTube, but utilize the Beachbody Champions page as well. Like if you're not a part of that, then you should be able to just search that on Facebook. And I think you can just I think you can just request to join in that page. If not, then just reach out to me or Amanda. We'll make sure you're added to that. Or even like our team pages, search in the video section or the file section. So that would be like mine or Amanda's, or Team Happy, Healthy, Humble, or Team Fight to Finish if you're a part of that one. Trainings are so crucial, and there's literally videos on videos on videos on anything that you could ever imagine. They're amazing. Last but not least, and probably the most important, is personal development. So this is no longer a part of my Power Hour, but I still do it every single day. I would say start with at least 10 minutes a day. I had to put this in my Power Hour in the beginning because I was one of those people who I would like refuse to ever do personal development, and I thought it was so stupid. So I was like, if I don't schedule this in, I'm not going to do it. So I had to make sure that I put it in my Power Hour so that I would actually do it. And now, like, I love personal development. I can't imagine not ever like getting started with that. But if you feel like you would not do personal development, you definitely need to put it in your Power Hour and make sure you do at least 10 minutes a day. And you can do podcasts, you can read a book, anything like that. But PD is up there with knowing your why. It's so crucial for the success of your business. Like, we all have our doubts and our fears, and personal development is the only way to overcome those. And if you're struggling with something, or maybe you have a certain fear, then I would definitely search personal development books in that area. But that's like all I have for you on Power Hours. Just to recap, reach out to new followers, likers, anyone watching your story, reply to conversations, at least 3 invites, should be more. 5-3-1 rule to help grow your Instagram as well. Personal development, check in with your groups, create content, and trainings. And I definitely suggest finding a tracker sheet. It's going to really help you stay organized, or even just create a list. You'll see, like, if you just create a list of everything, like, it's not that much to fit in. Like, it sounds overwhelming at first, but like as you learn the ropes and as you learn more information, like, it's really not that much. You can Google Beachbody tracker sheets or business activity tracker. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Or search in the team file pages, like, for one if you need one. But just remember that no business is built overnight, and what you do now is going to pay off 3 months from now. And the reason that these things are so hard to do daily is because the results are invisible. But if you stay consistent, like, over time, it's going to pay off, and you're going to start to see movement in your business, and that's when things get so exciting. But consistency is so key. It's so key. I hope it's helped in some way. I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone has. So if you have any questions, feel free to just ask them in the chat, and I will try to respond or figure them out. Let's see. The app for Snapseed is the app that I use for editing. It's super, well, it takes some getting used to. I'm not going to lie. You won't go into it and be like, oh, this is so easy. It definitely takes some getting used to. And then Pick Tap Go is the other one. Yeah, in the beginning, I still don't, it's probably really bad to admit, I don't use a tracker, but like, I have like a little post-it of like everything that I need to do each day. Besides, I just know I need to check in with my groups, reach out to people, respond to messages, get in my post. I try to plan out what posts I'm going to do each day too. I feel like that really helps me stay organized, so I don't have to think about, oh crap, like, I don't know what to post today. Like, that way I already have it planned out. Photo toaster, I haven't done that one. It sounds interesting. I've reposting photos. So I had asked Amy about that. And she basically gave me the advice of, if it's been 3 months, then go for it and repost it. So I am about reposting photos too. Transformations, I will repost those pretty much every month, I would say. Like, I don't want to post the same transformations each week, so I will make sure that it's been at least a month, and then I'll repost the same transformation picture. But For other pictures, if it's been, I don't usually do the 3-month rule. I kind of do farther out than that. I'll usually just like look back to see like all my insights, because if your Instagram should be a business profile, and if it is, then you can see your insights, and I'll look back to see what pictures have done the best, and then those are the ones that I usually will repost and just add a different caption and kind of put a different spin on things. So that's what I do. But yeah, I would definitely advise reposting pictures, because no one is going back and looking 6 months back into your Instagram. Like, they're not doing it. So, and that honestly it's so helpful on times when you're like, crap, I don't have time right now and I need something. But that's what I do. Any other questions? If not, well, if there's no other questions, so happy you all joined us tonight. I know that was kind of quick. I usually speed through talking, you know. But so for Tyler, I signed him up to hit Emerald, basically. I signed him up I just signed him up as a coach. And then I purchase under him each month, or give him challengers each month to keep him active. When I purchase under him, I usually purchase stuff that I'm going to send out to my challengers, so that I can write it off, basically. So like just recently I bought the Beachbody bars, and like I'll usually buy the Energize packets, and more recently I did the coaching. There's like a coaching sampler pack. I bought that too, and I've been sending that out to newer challengers. Been sending out like the Energize and the Recover, and then this month I'm gonna send out the Beachbody bars to anyone that signs up with me. Like I don't ever tell them that I'm sending them. I just will send that to them, and then that way I can kind of just use that as a tax write-off, and it keeps them active. So it's like kind of a win-win. So I like doing that. But yeah, I definitely, ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, military discount, I would definitely be all on that then. I mean, your coaching business fee is a tax write-off too anyway. So, but that's awesome though, not having to pay that extra $15.95. I think that's what it is, a month. Yeah, that's awesome. I would do it. Put them on your weak leg, make sure. Because that does serve as a second form of income, and you're going to start to learn that as you grow your team. And yeah, it's definitely worth it. But if there's no other questions, yeah, I'm so glad you all joined us tonight. I hope that helped out in some way. But enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's Sunday at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Get your transformations. Get your posts. I haven't done the bars yet, so I don't know about those ones, but the Energize has been awesome. People love that. So the bars are yummy too. I am excited to send those. So I'm like, we'll see. But Energize, honestly, is awesome. I think that's like, honestly, a lot of people are always wanting to try that anyway. So I think it's like a great way for them it gives them a chance to try it. And then they usually do purchase, like, because people love Energize. They want that energy. So yeah, I would advise doing that. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a good night. You're so cute. Thank you for joining us.